Well, then we're on to our in-person reader for the night, who's Jaspreet Singh, who is our writer-in-residence at UNB this year. We're lucky to have him. His short pieces have appeared in Granta, Brick, Walrus, Zoetrope, Fiddlehead, a German journal whose name I will not butcher, and the New York Times. He's the author of poetry collections, November and How to Hold a Pebble. He's the author of the novels, Helium, Chef, and Face, story collection, 17 Tomatoes, and the memoir, My Mother, My Translator. There's a new book, Dreams of the Epoch and the Rock, which is coming out this fall. Please welcome Jaspreet.
So is it set up all right? Okay. So I just have to look straight. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Well, thanks for being here and there. And thank you, Sue and Ian, and thanks to Fiddlehead for inviting me for the reading. And I'm very happy to celebrate the launch of the newest issue of the Fiddlehead. Congratulations. I thought I might read a few pieces about my engagement with the Anthropocene and climate change and those kinds of things. I must learn again. I must learn again to be tactile the way I was with the semel tree. In the yard, the tree was a bristle of colors and invitation. I was touched in return. The tree absorbed that child the way it absorbs a portion of visible light. I must learn again how to hold a pebble, make contact with the simplest things. I want to unknow that a pebble carries the whole history of Earth. I want to feel it again as a simple thing. That one, that pebble, now in my hand. And the next one has this little epigraph by the poet W.S. Merwin. You grieve not that heaven does not exist, but that it exists without us. Coral scientists. Scientists revived a coral reef by playing recordings of sounds the reef made when it was teeming with life, a sound idea. When young fish far away heard the proof, they swam to the site and started returning the dead and near dead back to life. Gaia, the technique, was affectionately named Ghost Acoustic Interventions. One interventionist said, if we, sapiens, do not change our ways, we might end up summoning the ghosts over and over. But one day the sea creatures will learn to hear better and will not return. You, a genius. Tomorrow I will be the face of the morning. For 2 full hours I will breathe toxic air of Switzerland. But Switzerland is so small, it doesn't contribute much. So why not cut the whole world into little Switzerlands? Akabo. Another language has joined foraminifera, fossils in the calcitic ruins, echoes cannot say enough. A wayward poem inherits epochal unconsciousness of loss, no scale remains, no seawall. A child uses a phrasal verb, come back. Chairs. I see there are lots of occupied chairs with lots of empty chairs here as well, so it goes well with this. Chairs. Many a time I forget them until a friend leaves my place after a longish catching up dinner. I look at her chair, the way she left it behind, facing a rare direction. The chair freshly empty, still carrying heavy things she did not want to tell or could not. After I am done, I sit in her chair until the new dawn, staring at my chair, aspiring to make contact with the mild creaking of ungraspable things, the ones I find difficult, really difficult to share with her, with myself. And it's the 1st of February, and the poem is called February. The world is a happy place, said the yellow cab cabbie. Some look for sadness and find sadness. The streets and avenues of Edmonton were white and minus 49. Like traffic lights, we switched to Punjabi, but he was less funny in mother tongue, even less wise. I did not mind. I was in Edmonton, the streets and avenues wide and minus 49, and I was soon going to boil an egg or buy a pound of greenhouse baby strawberries packed in a bag of unhappy plastic. And the last one. Who lit the fire? Truth lies sandwiched between layers of rocks, between lives lived, sparks created, anthropo unseens. For some, the new epoch is all crime and little punishment. For others, little crime, all punishment. How can we erupt a feral dialogue in the dark times? Impenetrable darkness in the age of brightly lit cities, sea-walled with reeds and enigmatic foam. Yes, a scene in our Anthropocenes, One must learn again how to hold the pebble, learn again what lies between pebbles. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaspreet. That's terrific.